Engines roar hard as pounding, plugs and tires screech, blades kiss the asphalt, defying boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight. Don't you hit gear shift, turbo scream savage, chassis low like a snake, slithering past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns prayers, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second the crime's free. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev sing soprano, pedal metal chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a camera can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Old closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar hard as pounding, plugs and tires screech, blades kiss the asphalt, defying boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight. Don't you hit gear shift, turbo scream savage, chassis low like a snake, slithering past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns prayers, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second the crime's free. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev sing soprano, pedal metal chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a camera can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Old closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar hard as pounding, plugs and tires screech, blades kiss the asphalt, defying boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight. Don't you hit gear shift, turbo scream savage, chassis low like a snake, slithering past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns prayers, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second the crime's free. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev sing soprano, pedal metal chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a camera can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Old closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar hard as pounding, plugs and tires screech, blades kiss the asphalt, defying boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight. Don't you hit gear shift, turbo scream savage, chassis low like a snake, slithering past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns prayers, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a camera can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Oh, closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, hearts pounding, punks and tires screech, flames, kiss the asphalt, defying, boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight, punching gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slithering past habit, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a camera can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Oh, closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, hearts pounding, punks and tires screech, flames, kiss the asphalt, defying, boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight, punching gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slithering past habit, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a camera can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Oh, closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, hearts pounding, punks and tires screech, flames, kiss the asphalt, defying, boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight, punching gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slithering past habit, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a camera can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Oh, closet moment to conquer fear.
All right, welcome everybody to the High Velocity Racing Network. We're here with our Turn Laps podcast, and we got a full house here tonight. Got some exciting announcements coming up later, but I'm joined here with Bryce, Happy, Danny, Jace, Randy Post,
All right, welcome
and Ryan
everybody
Stevenson.
to the High Velocity Racing
How's
Network.
everybody's
We're here
weekend
with,
going?
Jace,
Pretty good. Randy Post.
Doing good, man.
And Ryan
Oh,
Stevenson.
besides yesterday when I
weekend going?
got
Pretty
a
good.
deer, or the deer ran into me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So
2x, no, 2x, 4x with a deer.
Yep. And then
It was a
went down
fall
below.
for sure.
Then went below the orange cone. So, but other than that, guys, it's been a good weekend.
What's up, Randy Post? How you doing, man?
Doing good. Doing good.
Happy? How's your day? You had to work today, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I'm still at work. Kind of. They're
Yeah.
good. They don't need me. They're fine. So, but nope.
Jason Ryan. Yeah, Jason Ryan are busy cooking.
Oh yeah. Wait, I'm letting everybody the oven take care of the rest now.
All right. Ryan's got some sketty going. Spaghetti.
No, I got steak,
Oh, your steak. Jason's spaghetti. All right.
which is done.
Nice. All right, so we'll get in. We're gonna kind of briefly. We're not gonna spend as much time on the series. Each series. We're just gonna kind of go through the results, and we're gonna start with ARCA here, and they were at Dover. Ran quite a bit of laps there. It was actually, I said on the broadcast, it was one of the, actually probably was the most enjoyable race I had to broadcast. It was pretty clean. I mean, there were some incidents, so I'm sure the guys that were in those incidents might not feel the same way, but I think overall, as a whole series, that was a very good race. Dylan McLean was in the 23 car. He was class of the field pretty much, and kind of put a beat down on everybody. Some other guys got a couple laps led and in the mix, but I think it was pretty much Dylan's race there. Anybody catch that race?
Oh yeah, I was in it.
How'd it go for you?
I mean,
You were up there. You were in the
Yeah.
mix for sure.
Fun race. I agree though. Definitely one of the better races we've had in that ARCA series, but finished top 10, so I'm pretty happy with that. But you're exactly right. Dylan McLean was absolutely easily the fastest car on track that night.
And great strategy at the end. That race kind of had it all. I think that was probably why it was pretty fun to broadcast there. Some guys saved some tires, and there was a caution there, and a lot of guys were out of tires, and some guys took tires, and it got, a little hectic. I mean, it wasn't crazy. I mean, nobody really took anybody out. There's a little contact there, but it was just, Dylan deserved it. If he got it stolen from him at the end there, I'd kind of be pissed if I was him. But yeah, overall, great race.
Yeah, that was a great race, and I believe who took tires. I know Drew had a set, and was it like Nathan Murray or Forrest?
Donovan Kliss.
Oh, Cliff.
Donovan. Yeah.
Yeah, that's some scary company to be chasing you down there at the end.
Yeah.
With the new tires. So I thought they were gonna get it. I was gonna feel bad for Dylan too as I was watching it, because I just knew Drew and them were gonna probably pass him because they caught up to him. They just couldn't get it done there. I know Drew got doored. I can't remember by who, and that kind of put him in a wall. Then Kliss just couldn't get the pass done because he didn't want to put the bumper to him and take him out. So good on him for that.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I saw it. And that was, Drew and Dylan got into each other. If I remember right, I think Drew was coming around the outside, maybe out of 2, and Dylan came up a little bit, or maybe he was more in the middle of the corner, gave him a bump to the door, got him loose, and sent him back a little bit. That's why Drew was in 5th. He was all over Dylan. But, a couple guys got up to Dylan and couldn't get the pass done on him, so. But, good race. Dylan McLean finished first. Donovan Clisson second. Cale Deese is having a great season in the ARCA. He's in there, I feel like, every week now. He's up there towards the front all the time. Chris Bargatze's been up there quite a few times as well, along with Drew Holler, and finished fifth. And then in our chase, we have Drew. That lead is shrinking a little bit though, with Jace Keller behind him. Jace, you gonna have something for him? What do you think? You got quite a bit of races to catch up to him.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think I've got something for him. We still got a couple of races in this chase, but he just has to watch out for me, and I have to watch out for him and race each other cleanly.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, you're definitely making up some ground a little bit. Donovan with his good finish there. I feel like he's towards the middle of the season he was really good, and then maybe fell off a little bit, and then now he's back in it and having some real strong finishes. But I mean, he's been in the top 10 pretty much all season. So Donovan's right there. Forrest Martin has dropped down a little bit, along with Corey Moore, and it's real close between second to fifth, really close. They're all within 21 points. So a little further back, we got Cale Deese, Thad Miller in seventh, James Tate in eighth, Nathan McGee in ninth, Quinn McLean in 10th, Gregory Vadnais in 11th, and Nathan Murray in 12th. And that's our chase. And next week, they go to
IRP.
I can't even remember. That's right, IRP. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully they're putting practice in. It's not a typical short track, it's kind of a standalone track. I mean, it's a smaller flat track, so there's not a whole lot of those out there. Should be fun to watch. I mean, it's kind of Martinsville-esque, but you run the top a little more. So yeah, that's our ARCA series. Move on to trucks. Trucks, we have Dover tonight, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So you guys running that race? How you feel about your chances? Danny, you're in it, right? And Ryan,
Yep.
I'm sure. And
Dover's one of my favorite short track courses, so we'll see how it goes tonight. But other than that, just looking forward to the end of the season, moving on to next season, and hopefully do better than this season.
Jace, you'll be racing tonight?
No, sir. I'm with the lady tonight, and we eating dinner, so I'll be watching though.
Yeah. All right.
It's all right. Dover scares a lot of us. It's fine.
And we'll go back to last week. We had a race at Chicagoland. Anthony Hall ended up winning that thing. Good race by Anthony. He's been close a lot of times, and I think he has another maybe 1 or 2 wins in him too towards the end of this season. So
He better hope
we were
not.
talking with him. We were talking with him over the weekend. He's probably going to be out of trucks next season. He's not the type, I don't think, to take second place and just to stay in the series. So
Right.
then Anthony Hall first. Chris Romano was second. Travis George third. Daniel Eberly in fourth, and Kean Fry, a good strong finish by Kean again. He continues his last half of the season, right? I mean, he's kind of been progressing real quickly, I feel like, but good for him.
Yeah, Kean's been really strong the second half of the season. If he joins truck next season, he's going to be one to watch for sure.
Yep.
And then we'll go through our round of 8. Noah Tills is sitting on top with a pretty sizable lead over Travis George in second, and Chris Romano is a little farther back too. It gets a little closer towards the bottom, and then Chad Bass there is with the 4,208 points, and yeah, Revel's pretty close, 4,195. So he's right there, along with Chris is pretty close. Chris is going to miss the race tonight, so he's going to move down for sure. Daniel Everly should move ahead of Chris if he shows up, along with Trenton. And I think it's pretty set with the top 3. I think that last spot is open, right?
No, well, Josh Revel just didn't show up last week. Didn't use a provisional or anything. He had a decent lead there in 4th. So, I guess we'll see what he does tonight. I mean, if Revel doesn't show, then yeah, that's gonna pretty much lock these 4 in, I think.
And then best of the rest. Well, we'll go through that really quick. Just the top 5 of the best of the rest. Kean Fry, of course, he's well ahead too. He's got a 57-point lead over Bailey Walker, Aaron Vogt in 3rd, Stanley Hill in 4th, and Cale Deese. And that's just the guys outside the playoffs. Give them a little something to fight for and something to compete for towards the end of the season.
And Shane Johnson is leading the best of the rest in ARCA. So shout out.
Okay, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, good job, Shane. Yeah, he had a good run at Dover too. He led some laps, and once he got out front, he was doing pretty good there.
Yeah, right. Being chased by Bargetzi and Dylan McLean, so I'm sure we'll have fun trying to hold them off.
All right, we'll move over to Xfinity. Xfinity, they were at Iowa, as well as our Cup Series is also at Iowa. And Jim Duda ended up coming away with the win there. Looked like he was pretty quick. I mean, usually Cote's the one to look out for. I know Bryce was up there as well most of the race, but Duda just kind of felt like he had a groove on this track here.
Noah was fast early, especially the first half of the race. I think he led 70-some laps. So Noah had that was a tough race for sure. I mean, everybody in there was fast that night. Iowa being, a little bit larger short track. The racing was very competitive, man. Everybody was quick. It was a fun race. It was extremely tough for sure. For sure.
Yeah, Jim Duda ended up winning the thing, and Noah Tills was in 2nd. And yeah, I remember now I didn't watch the whole thing back, but I watched a lot of it. And Kevin Fry was up there a lot of that race as well. He finished 3rd. Cote was 4th. Drew Holleran in 5th. Another good finish there by Drew. Coming back, he had a big penalty too at the beginning of that race and ended up 5th. That says a lot about that. Going into our next race at Sonoma, our round of 8, Cote is he's got about a 50-point lead over Noah. Noah's closed the gap quite a bit, and then Bryce, you're a little bit behind there, about 150 points back still. But you never know when things reset for the championship 4. If you could just make it to that championship 4, I'm sure you might have something for him. Shane Williams in 4th. Duda has moved his way up right behind Shane.
Well, that is a mistake on my part. I mean, he advanced.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I mean, so Duda won, so Duda advanced.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Yep. So that's my bet on that. He's advanced, so you might as well just drop everybody down. So that'd be Shane Williams on the outside looking in.
All right. So, and still Daniel Everly's right there at a 42-32. And happy you're there. You're a little farther out along with Chris. So, but anyways, we'll see what happens. Sonoma, I'm definitely going to be there. I'm going to do everything I can to make that race and play spoiler. Maybe we'll see. But yeah, it should be fun. We got Sonoma and then Auto Club. And let's see what else we got to go over in that series. Nothing else really, right?
No, I don't think so. I think I did that. I'll make sure to get that fixed tonight.
Then we're going to hit Next Gen. They were at Iowa as well. And I had a blast running the race. I love this car. Well, actually, let's take that back.
Calm down.
I like this car more on short tracks and road courses than I do the 1.5 or 2 mile tracks for sure. So I think that shows in kind of how I perform. But Ryzen Baker, definitely, man, he's having a great season. Another win for Ryzen in the 77 car. And Jose Mercado came in 2nd. Garrett Wiles also. All these guys have been having great seasons. They've been up in the top 5 to 7, like every single race, like very consistently. Garrett Wiles I'm that kind of outlier. I kind of dip into the top 5 every once in a while and drop out other races. And then Christian McCrelly has definitely had a good season too. He finished 5th. We're looking at our round of 8, and they are also going to Sonoma. And I know we definitely have some road course guys in this series as well as the Xfinity. So it's kind of up in the air. Risen's moved on, of course. Garrett Wiles is there at 43.66. McCurley's not too far behind, about 50 points. And then we got another probably 50, 60 points back to Mercado. I think it's a little tighter. I'm right there on the backside of Mercado. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to catch him, but we'll try. McGarrigle had a penalty, and he dropped down quite a bit. Dayhoff is probably gonna have a tough time, but he's not completely out of it. He's about 40 something points out of the cut line there, and Happy's not too far behind that either, another maybe 10 points or so. So I think we're battling pretty much for that last spot. You guys agree with that?
Yeah, would you go look at the penalty sheet? I want to say all these top guys have at least of an EOL. I know Garrett does. I think Jose does. I know McGarrigle does.
Yeah,
and there was
give me
another
one second.
There's another one too. So that actually could help you out. A decent qualifying and get some stage points there.
Yeah, it definitely helped me out with McGarrigle dropped quite a bit there. And then Garrett Wiles has he'll have a penalty, EOL, 15 points. At Sonoma, though, I don't know if the EOL is going to matter all that much if you're that fast. You're going to be able to get up there.
Will be a stage break, so that'll actually help
Right.
these guys out a little bit.
But McGarrigle has a drive-through, so that's definitely going to hinder him. That's probably not going to lose a lap on that at Sonoma. I guess that's probably the best place to get a drive-through is probably a road course. Keller's got a drive-through Fry as well. But yeah, McGarrigle, Wiles, Mercado all have penalties. One drive-through by McGarrigle out of that top group there. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I feel pretty confident at Sonoma, and I'm sure the other guys do too. Though I know Garrett's been saying he's been done a lot of laps, and Risen's pretty much good everywhere. McCrelly was good at Coda. Mercado, we know Mercado. He's always good at the road courses. He's always solid. Dayhoff is probably going to fall back. He's not a road course guy, I would say.
Sweet.
I'll still have to be happy.
Hey, there he is.
Damn it. I forbid it.
So, all right, yeah, we went through all the series, and actually next week will be Sonoma. I think we hit everything, right? For last week.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, I'll kind of let you take over now, and we're going to talk about next season. I mean, it's kind of early. We're still in our playoffs of this season. I think we're figuring around June or so, beginning of June. We'll get the next season started up, but it's definitely going to look a lot different, and we'll let Sean take over and talk about that, and we'll jump in whenever necessary here.
Well, I don't know. You just want to talk about our any rule changes first, or you want to talk about the series first?
We can talk. Well, I think it makes sense actually to announce the series, so then we can talk about the rules in those series, so everybody knows what series we're talking about. The rules are applied to.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Well, our two biggest series, ARCA and Trucks are going to stay same time, everything. So I mean, those are doing great. We had some discussion on the back end over the fall off of Cup and the fall off of Xfinity. And then, just wait. I mean, what do we have now? Like 10 in each signed up or so? And then we're still getting 30-something in ARCA and Truck. So, so we're just going to shut down Cup. We're going to shut down Xfinity, and we're just going to make one championship series. And we'll probably alternate throughout the couple seasons a year. I think we do 2 seasons a year, and we'll just draw from a hat and then pick what the championship series is going to be. So that will limit us one series less in the oval side, but we have some more additions. So this season, we decided to go with trucks. So our championship series will be the Craftsman trucks. So, but with that being said, nobody that is in ARCA or the Sunday Truck Series can race in the championship series. We're not going to do any double dipping this season. So you either get to pick what trucks you're going to be in. So I think it's a 2,000. We might go up. I think the top end is a little undecided now. It'll be anywhere from 4 to 6, anywhere around there. But
Yeah.
2,000 to 4 to 6. And if you're in Sunday trucks and want to come to the championship series, if you're above that threshold of 2,000, then you can come on over. But you just can't race on Sundays in that truck series either. So try and make this more work your way up, elite, to get into our championship series. Which was, a lot of that was spearheaded by Wilder. I thought that was a pretty good idea. What was your thought process?
Yeah,
behind that?
I just think I know I feel, I mean, it's just an opinion, of course, because I drive in it, but the Xfinity and the next, no, it wasn't the next Gen 6 that we did last season, it feels like that tier of I rating or class or whatever you want to call it has been the most enjoyable to me and the cleanest and the less drama, and everybody still kind of shows up. Everybody feels like they're having fun, and but still, we get the fall off in that series too. We have a lot of guys leave, and then the next gen car, I feel like it's a fun. I've gotten better at it and I've enjoyed it more, but again, the numbers just kind of dwindle at the end. So I think just combining those I-rating groups or those, that tier of drivers, I'm going to say it, but makes sense to combine them into one. It kind of widens it a little bit more. And then I think just switching around the car just is appealing to a lot of us, I know, that are not in the truck series or the whatever, the ARCA series or whatever, but we still like driving those cars. So I think it makes sense to have a more enjoyable car to drive, at least from our perspective. I know a lot of people like the next gen, but yeah, that's kind of my thought process, is just combine those two kind of I-rating groups into one, and hopefully we can sustain the numbers that we do in our other series.
Yeah, I mean, trucks is one of the most popular, chassis in oval. I think next to ARCA, and so attendance. I think we'll be able to grow this series, get them in, and then we'll get to change it some next season. We may go back to Cup or Xfinity, Gen 6, ARCA, trucks again. Yeah. Who knows what it'll be, but that'll take place of Cup. They're going to be long races. It's going to start at 7 p.m. session open. It'll be Monday, so we have our second tier first truck Sunday as always, and then Monday we'll have this, Tuesday we'll have ARCA, then Wednesday, Wednesday Randy Post is here with us. Randy, if you want to break the news of what we're gonna, we may have limited some over series, but we're trying to expand and get out there, have some fun, and see what we can do. So I mean, overall, we still grew another series this season. So, but Randy, if you want to tell us more about that, Randy and Travis George is going to be the admin of this next coming up series that he's about to talk about.
Yeah, like Happy said, we're looking to expand, and we're going to start with a IndyCar season this upcoming season, and we got a pretty oval heavy schedule to kind of kick off season one right away. And if it sticks, we'll kind of incorporate more road courses into season two if we get some numbers. But looking at going through, I think we've got 21 races total, 1 non-points, and we've got 2 or 3 road courses, and we're going to run it a lot like a mix of a NASCAR point system with the IndyCar rule book. to a point. We're going to run single file restarts and lap cars intertwined with the pack. And yeah, I think I'm real excited for this one. A little bit longer races, but still manageable. We're going to start it at 7, or practice will open at 7 o'clock Central Time.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm personally looking forward to that one. I didn't really know much about it to really do it myself and start one up, so I'm glad. We appreciate you, Randy, for coming forward and wanting to take that on and do that and offer that here at HVRL. Yeah, but I'm excited about it. I always love driving the IR18s and always have a blast with them. So
They are a fun little car.
right.
Yeah,
When we had that holiday race, it seemed like a lot of people were interested in doing something with it, so I'm excited to see what we get out of it.
it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun when we did the holiday race on the IndyCar at the Indianapolis Speedway. I think everybody enjoyed it. The car's fun. The racing's fun. I think it's a huge addition to the series, and hats off to Randy and Travis for wanting to put the effort in to make this happen, because it is a lot of work for sure.
Yes, sir. Are you going to be joining in this? Dayhoff, Jace, Danny?
Yes, that's the goal, at least.
And most likely, yeah. I mean, with my new schedule at work, I'm going to be able to stay up a little longer. So I'm looking forward to the IndyCar series.
Yeah, I'll definitely give it a shot. I don't know much about IndyCar or IndyCar rules, but it'll be definitely a interesting journey to learn.
It go fast.
That's a good explanation of it there, Sean.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
So do we got maybe some highlights of the rules of that series? Is it going to be one fast repair?
Yeah, I've got one fast repair. Pre-standard 4 tire sets. I've done a little bit of testing so far with fuel. I'm looking at 50% fuel. And just to highlight some of the schedule, like our first 5 races are Auto Club, Chicagoland, Michigan, Iowa, Texas. And then week 11 is Talladega non-points. So just something fun to break the season up a little bit and have some fun.
Yep. No stage points or stages or anything like that. It's just straight points with a little chase at the end, I believe it was.
Yep, correct.
Yep. It should definitely be fun. I think it'll gather a lot of interest.
Yeah, and that Talladega race for non-points, that seems like a fun little series to run too. Like, just jump in with those cars. I remember doing it in an official, and man, they go fast.
Yeah, it's definitely different than the trucks that we all know and love. And I like the Indy cars better than the trucks, but we'll see what everybody else thinks.
So like a mile and a half? What is the lap count on say Texas or Vegas, something like that?
Texas, we're running 115. Vegas, we're running 135, I think. Let me just make sure here. Yeah, 135. So I kind of just tripped it up a little bit, so we're not running 115 at every mile and a half. And like Michigan, we've got 100. So yeah, it's a lot of laps at a track like that, but you got to think you're turning a lot, like 20 seconds faster than what you would in a truck. Not 20 seconds, but it's a lot faster.
Yeah, I haven't messed with them all that much, so I don't know the tire wear or the fuel or anything like that. Just a longer race definitely is always going to add more strategy and pit stops and just leave it up kind of to the driver and for strategy and other things, so.
And learning the fuel map, how to run the fuel map on those cars too.
Yep, absolutely. There's a lot of adjustments that even in a fixed set you can make. I mean, they've got the hybrid system now. You've got your front and rear anti-roll bars, your weight jacker, the fuel map, like you said, the brake bias. So there's a lot of things to learn, and there's a bunch of good reading on it about what each thing does in the forums.
Yes, sir. Well, that's awesome, and that'll be Wednesdays. Also, session opens. All these weekday ones are gonna look like they're gonna open at 7. So the Only thing else that's going to open at any earlier will be 6:30 on our Sunday truck series. So try and keep that more wilder
And that's
easy.
the premium time zone according to some people in here. That's all Central Time is what Happy's talking about.
It's central. It makes sense.
They're superior. They're superior to everybody else.
Oh man. Well, Tucker or Wilder, I guess y'all could talk about our next series we're going to introduce to HVRL, and this will be on Thursdays.
Kick it off, Wilder. Kick it off, Wilder. I'm in a terrible reception area. I'm almost home.
So Thursday nights we're gonna have our a road series, which this season is going to be GT3 cars. We may, I don't know, who knows? Maybe we switch it up at some point. But GT3 cars are definitely the most popular. I think by far on the road side, and so we're gonna have a GT3 series Thursday nights. It's gonna be a 90-minute race. Obviously, with just 100% fuel, everybody's gonna have to take fuel for sure. Kind of a decision on tires. I mean, if you want to take tires, a 90-minute race, you might want to take them. Some people might split it, whatever. But and then we got our schedule is kind of geared towards a lot of free tracks that come with iRacing. So this first series, just to get kind of kicked off and trying to get the most people possible involved. We're gonna do the mostly the tracks that come with iRacing. There's a couple paid tracks, but it's not a whole lot. I think it's like 20 races. It's like 12 to 8 or something like that. 12 free to 8 paid or something like that.
Well, yeah, and some of the paid tracks, most people, if they're driving GT3s, are going to have the majority of them already. There's, popular tracks like VIR, Road Atlanta, Road America, Laguna Seca, those kind of tracks that you have to purchase. Most people that are racing GT3 or sports car are going to own those tracks anyways.
Right. Are we going to do schedules, Happy?
We can. I mean, how is someone like me that's not very good but wants to get into GT3 can compete with some of you guys?
Practice.
Practice. I'm trying to get Wilder to lead that line on for us, but I don't want to get in there if I'm just going against guys like you.
Oh, okay. I know you're getting at. So we're gonna have two divisions basically throughout the whole season. So there's going to be a pro series or pro division, and then there's going to be an AM series. So we're going to have to split it down the middle, basically, depending on how many people we have sign up. So it's hard to say, like, there's going to be 10 if we have 20 cars, 10 in the pro. That's kind of where we're going to try to keep it even, but in between the series. But we just don't know where the numbers are going to lie. If you want to race in the pro series, like, we're not going to say you can't. You might get your butt kicked. I mean, iRating is going to be up to 3,500, which some of those guys are pretty quick at 3,500. Minimum is going to be 1,000, just because we don't. I mean, you start out at 1,300 or 1,400 iRating. So if you're going backwards, I mean, we kind of want to keep it somewhat clean. But yeah, it's going to be two divisions, so you're going to have something to always strive for, and it's not going to be a perfect system as to who goes where. So just keep that in mind. It's going to kind of be up to the admin to kind of place people, but if somebody wants to race pro, we're going to let you race pro. But some people might think they belong in the AMs when they get put in the pro, but we're going to go by a whole different slew of things that's in the rule book, as far as maybe some lap times, like at some signature tracks, like maybe take your Spa time, your Monza time, your Daytona time, and then like a Silverstone or something like that, and kind of see where you're at compared to the other drivers and kind of place people accordingly. So I think that's the only thing that may be like a little bit, disconcerting about this or a problem. But either way, I think it's going to be fun just to have some a GT3 option. So we thought about 60-minute race. I think 90 minutes makes more sense. Adds in a pit stop for sure, and whether you want to take tires or not. Trying to
Well,
think of
yeah,
anything else.
the thought behind the 90-minute race is a lot of people that race GT3 cars or in that sports car series like to do endurance races. So 90 minutes is kind of gets you in that race mode and practice of doing, when you're doing your endurance races, and it just gives you that extra seat time and pressure and having to pit and run a full tank of gas and think about tires, all those stuff you'd strategize when you're running an endurance race or what it truly takes to run a GT series. Because you want a little bit of that pressure, the fatigue, the mental part of it. So it'll definitely add some strategy and add a little bit of mental and physical fatigue for sure. So it'll be fun.
And then just some other things in the rule book. Once you're in a car, you're in that car for the whole season. There's not going to be switching a car every single track. Kind of helps the people that are just kind of maybe getting into it. Just buy a car and stick with the car the whole. Puts everybody on the same even playing field, I'd say. Um,
Well, yeah, and it doesn't
what
allow
else?
the top guys that know cars and tracks to just be swapping cars based off the track too, because some cars might be better at certain tracks. And if the top guys know that, they might select a Porsche for a more technical track and then grab the Mustang for a Daytona or whatever the case, right? So it just helps level the field out when it comes to that.
Yeah, and that's kind of our thing, right? I mean, we try to keep it competitive in all of our series, like to where there's a lot of people that can actually win the race or compete. You know what I mean? We don't want to. I mean, there are some guys that are going to dominate from time to time, and that's definitely possible. But we don't let them dominate for like 3 years in a row in like one of the lower series. So if they're in the upper series and they're dominating, fine, they're going to dominate. So we want to keep it as competitive as possible. So that's why we're leaving it to one car. It's going to be fixed setups. The car. There's not a whole lot of fixed setups. I think Daytona and Le Mans and maybe a couple other tracks have like a fixed setup per track, but we'll go through and set the medium downforce, and we're going to use all endurance tunes. So it'll be the medium downforce endurance tune. I'm guessing for a lot of the tracks, high downforce for some other tracks, and then the low one. But it's all going to be using the iRating, fixed setups, and we'll announce well in advance what we're using for each race, so everybody has time to practice and
Yeah. Well, and the thought
go
behind
ahead.
that is because open part of it, again, the guys that are experienced might have the Coach Daves and the Hymos and all the subscriptions and all that stuff. And for anybody wanting to get into the GT3 and want to try it out, but they already have to buy a car or some tracks, and then you start spending $100 a year on a Coach Dave and all that. That stuff just gets expensive. So we're trying to make it as accessible to everybody as possible, and have fun with it.
Yeah, we'll advance it. I mean, as we go here, depending on numbers and stuff, and maybe we get to the point where there's a couple different road series, or who knows what's going to happen with this. Well, it just depends on participation and the work involved, and they won't be broadcast. We may broadcast some if we can get some people to broadcast, every once in a while, but we're definitely not going to advertise it as a broadcasted series. If you get broadcasted, that's definitely a bonus. So just keep that in mind if you're, looking for that.
Yeah, that's going to be the same thing for the Indy series as well. With 5 series going on this next season, we just don't have the manpower to broadcast all of them and keep this a free league at the time. So I know our 3 oval series will be broadcasted, but that'll be it so far. We'll see how the IndyCar series go and the GT3 Road Series goes, and we'll see how it does, see how it grows, and then we can definitely work on getting some things full-time broadcasted on those series.
I'm excited for both of them because it gives us something to look for and watch for and talk about, and something different from the standard ARCA and truck, and it's completely different racing. The Indy cars, obviously, how fast they are and the downforce, and what that's going to bring, and then real GT3 road racing is its own thing. So it'll give us something as a league to talk about, and maybe other drivers get to go against each other in a different discipline of racing, and just kind of see how they do with it. So that'll be fun too, that aspect of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of upset that I'm going to miss the Road Series. Thursday nights are a little rough for me. I do like the GT3 cars, that endurance feel. Let me tell you, you'll feel fatigued after an hour's worth. So be prepared.
Yeah, I was about to die after that Daytona 2.4 that we did on that last holiday race. That was my first one to do, and man, this seat is not made for I would say longer than an hour and a half. So it's gonna be fun. I'm excited for both, for sure. I've been wanting to get into the road side, just haven't since I've been on iRacing very much. So I'm excited to learn a few things from some of these good guys we have in here.
Well, and the nice part about the GT3 cars, yeah, they're faster than the Mazdas and the GT4s and whatever else, but the cars are so good. Once you learn how to drive, they're very stable. They're very, especially with the fixed tune, because they're designed to be, maybe a tad bit more understeer, but you can adjust that with brake bias and, a few way you drive. But the cars are very stable and secure. So it's a good car to start with the Road Series.
Yeah. All right, with that, I guess we can get into some of the rule changes we'll have for next season. I don't know if the Indy one, I don't think we'll go over. I mean, we're just mainly going to go over the championship series. Will be pretty much just like we did our Cup and our Xfinity with the at-faults. Pretty much the same here. I'll pull up the truck series. That's got a lot of changes in it. Then we can touch on ARCA's real as well. A lot of these are just league wide, as we'll go over now. When I put this out there at the end of the season, the beginning of next season, I will leave any of the changes highlighted until we start allowing new members from outside to come in, and then I'll repost the rule book just plain with no highlights. But it'll just give you all a quick look with the highlights. That's the admins. Nothing new there. This one here with the new members is we're gonna have an age limit of the 18 plus. I think everybody was in agreement with that. There's just one provision in there, pretty much. I didn't want to stop someone's son from coming in if they wanted to. If it's let's say McLean, since we have about 4 generations of McLeans in here. Let's say they had a 16, 17-year-old son, and whatever, they've been here a long time, but they're gonna have to vouch for them. So, during their probationary period, if they get a penalty, so will whoever vouched for them. So, and they'll be on probation period. Other than that, but yeah, definitely gonna make an 18 plus. Just with really with how toxic some of you guys are in here on Discord.
Yeah, it's pretty much it. It's kind of I don't know. It's a liability issue. Like our names are on the line here, and we're kind of running this thing, and Happy is for sure like the head of it. And if some things happen, and in here, the world we live in today is a little different than when me and Happy and Bryce grew up. I think the rest of these guys are all well younger than us, and so it's just we don't want to get in a situation where we have to defend ourselves and what we're doing here on Discord, and it just it makes it simpler and less of a hassle, and yeah, it's not something we want to deal with, like bullying kind of stuff, and that's the things
Right.
I'm going towards. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
And
definitely different now.
oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. There's some youngins in this league that are whooping butt for sure. But yeah, like Walter said, it's more just a liability thing, and yeah, yeah, we just don't want that in our league. Chances of that. So, but that's all on that equipment, Discord instructions. A lot of that stays the same here. We go through here on the lap cars. We did add that drivers should always remain vigilant of their surroundings and position. If the leader requests that you go high or low on the comms, please respond to ensure smooth passage. If no communication is had, then always move to the high side to allow leaders to pass. Failure to yield may result in an L1 penalty. So, a little bit of problems throughout the seasons, you know, with people getting into it. I always promote the leader should be talking to these guys on comms to communicate, but it seems like they just don't want to at times, and I get it. So, just a default, any lap cars, they just need to go high. Unless the leader asks them to go low or whatever. Unless y'all work that out ahead of time, then that's all fine. So we just want to put that in writing in there. Same requirements, same hard cap, same series promotions, practice, and all that. Now we'll get into the stage racing. With this season, there is only going to be one stage in our Sunday Truck Series. It'll be set at 40%. So just one stage. Also, we are going to end, if we say it's lap 45, you're going to complete lap 45, just like they normally do, since we kind of did it a little backwards before we did it as soon as the leader got to lap 45. So, whatever stage it says, it'll be finishing that lap. So, but with only one stage, we pretty much time and a half the stage point. So just one stage at 40%. Danny, you can talk about that thought process there on doing that. You and Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I think I wanted to promote longer green run flags or just longer runs, and just having that one stage, it breaks it up for people. You know, you got to figure out how to conserve tires better and all that.
Right. Yep. That should work. With that being said, though, we also series wide. The stage will be completed when that stage is done. It doesn't matter if it's under caution or not. We're not going to call stage early. We're not going to have a 2-lap race to the stage finish. If it's under caution, that's when the stage will be. So a little bit of strategy if you want to pit or not. Maybe you want those stage points. Maybe you have to skip your pits to get those if everybody pits. If it just happens to be 3 laps before the stage, a caution comes out. So it's going to be on that lap no matter what, whether we're under caution or not. So
yeah,
that's going to lead to a lot of strategy. What do you think about that, Bryce?
Yeah, no, I like it. That's the biggest thing is just trying to add more strategy, add more racecraft to the series, and make it more competitive for everybody.
Yeah, Wilder, you like that one?
Yeah, I do. I like it. I mean, I'm kind of against the little sprints, little 10-lap sprints throughout the whole damn race, and I mean, it works out sometimes, but I'm more of a long run guy. So I mean, that definitely, I definitely like that, and I think it's gonna add some more strategy into it, and should be interesting just to mix it up a little bit. We'll see if it works.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll see. Of course, when I say all series, this is just talk about our old series. This is no comparison to our Indy or our road. And then cautions, with there only being one stage in Sunday Truck Series, there will be a stage stoppage, and it'll be at the 40%. So we won't have any flying stages since the problem is why we did flying stages on road courses, because there was 2 of them. Some of these road courses are so long. It's just a needless 20-30 minutes of pacing between 2 that you have to catch up to the pace car, then you got to go another 2 full round, maybe 3, then wave arounds, and it's just a whooping. But since we're only doing one stage this next season, go ahead. We'll go ahead and throw that caution there. So full course cautions for our road course on our Sunday trucks. We'll go down as we see we move day 0x to 10 bonus points instead of 5. So just a little bit more reward for that, for getting the 0x. It's, it's pretty hard, and it's really hard to do even if you're clean, even with with 43 trucks on the grid. It's pretty hard to do. Here you go. As you can see, our stage points first will be 25 points now instead of 15. 20 for second, 17, 14, 13, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 will be 10th place, 7 points. So, winning points, it was 150 for winning the race, so it's definitely, it's not worth wrecking your truck to go for a stage win, that's for sure. But it is a decent bonus. You get a handful of stage wins or good stage points throughout the season could definitely make or break it for sure.
Yes.
But with that being said, our format will be the chase format this next season across all of our series. We're going to do a 14 race season with just a 6 race chase. So that'll allow these guys to stay in it a little bit longer. Maybe, not fall out of the series. Kind of stay in it a little bit longer. But then it should just be a nice little sprint to the end for 6 races. So, and that'll go even for our IndyCar series. We're going to be doing this as well. So all 3 oval series and our Indy series will be doing this. So, yep, everything will be a chase. No winning, you're in. So, another good thing. Whether you like that or not, I don't know. But pretty fun stuff. Something we did just add is our L4 will be a 30-second hold instead of a 1-lap hold, since that's a little wonky apparently. Danny?
Yeah, that happened last week at Chicagoland. When you do a 1-lap hold, it turns into a 60 seconds, so you go down 3 laps. So cutting that in half, hopefully that makes it a 1-lap hold compared to 3.
Well, I mean, it'd be a whole lap. It all depends what track.
Yep.
Could be 3 laps. Who knows? You
Yep.
go to Martinsville, it ain't gonna be good. I'll tell you that.
True. But at Chicagoland, that would be like a 1, maybe a 2.
Yeah. By the time you go down, serve it, and get back out.
And since we've had so many commitment line issues, maybe refresh people on why we are doing what we do with the commitment line and the faking of pit entries and why we came to that conclusion some seasons back. Happy, maybe you can touch on that real quick and why it's so important in our league on the commitment line.
Well, we had no faking because, let's be honest, you're not going to fake anybody out. To me, it was just stupid anyway. I don't even know why you would try to fake anyone out to go in the pits. It doesn't work. But anyway, yeah, we had so many people trying to fake pits or whatever, and people wanted to fake pits, so we let them fake pits. But now you have commitment line, just like real NASCAR. So, I don't know why there's so many commitment line issues. Randy, maybe he can shed some light.
I don't want to talk about it.
But, my golly, we post pictures every freaking race sign in. I don't understand it, but I think we've all probably accidentally not paid attention and probably done it once.
I think just from my point of view, from inside the truck or the car, it just looks like I'm right there, but obviously I'm not. So
I would suggest don't be right there. Be right there plus a truck length. That's definitely what I would do. Yeah, definitely stay away from it for sure, because those add up quick, as Randy knows.
Yep.
Keep
I'm
throwing
right
shade
there
at
with
poor
Randy.
there. Yeah, well, you will be if you do it again. That's for sure. So, but yeah, that's why we do that. If everybody wants to go back to no faking, then maybe we can change that back. But if they want faking, then just like the real NASCAR, we have to have those. We have to abide by that. But in the trucks, they're going to keep it the IPL. The IPL is going to be at .130. But with that, Chris and all those series directors have decided to do with the at faults as well for the truck series. A little bit more work for them, but they're going to take it on. Kind of like Cup and Xfinity is now, except there's no minus points. You're not going to be penalized points. If you get an at fault, you're going to get an EOL next race. If you get 2 at faults during the race, you're going to get an EOL in the drive-through. If you get 3 at faults, you're going to get an EOL and a 30-second hold. And if you happen to cause 4 wrecks in one race that causes a caution, you're going to be suspended for a week. If you're on the IPL, then you're pretty much just going to skip 1 and you're going to go right to 2. So if you're on the IPL and cause a wreck, you're going to get a drive-through at your next attended race in the EOL. And then 2 at faults. If you're on the IPL, it's going to be a 30-second hold, and 3 at faults in one race will be a 1-week suspension. No provisional or subs are allowed. As far as penalty rules changes, we have 1 in the level 1s, and that'll be scrubbing tires. When the field is required to be in a double file line is prohibited and will result in an L1 penalty. Scrubbing tires does not meaningfully help tire temperature or grip under the current tire model. So, a couple guys hit each other, getting those X's. You know, you get bonus points for 0x. You know, you got IPL in some series. So, scrub tires if you want. You're still not allowed to make contact with anybody. But once we go double file, we're not going to allow any scrubbing of the tires. So just be mindful of that for you guys that enjoy scrubbing tires. We have 1 rule change.
Do it while it's single file, if you want.
Right. If they want to look cool in the broadcast, then whatever, go for it. But like I said, it's just there's no sense to ruin someone else's night because you scrub tires over aggressively there. But 1 rule change in the L2 category. If a driver declares their intention to pit but does not pit, and then comes back out and hits someone, it's going to be an L2 penalty. The only change we have in I guess we have 2, but race control can clear black flag upon request if they deem it was an iRacing abnormality, which will be reviewed after the race. Which those come up time to time, you know, so sometimes the lineups get wonky and we know somebody should have had a wave around or something of that, and we have time
Which happened last week at Chicagoland. No. But
yeah, I know ARCA had some issues too. You know, not sure how that happened. I normally always figure those out, but I didn't take time to really go back and figure it out because we can't really change any results or anything.
Yeah.
But I know the ARCA one was a little wonky. Did you ever figure out what was the cause of that, Wilder?
No.
No.
Nope.
I just assumed someone didn't pit or something, and it just threw everything out of whack. I'm not sure, but luckily, I think y'all had a caution pretty quick right after that, and it kind of fixed itself out.
Right.
So, another L3 rule that has changed is if a driver is positioned behind the front row at the initial start or during any restarts, causes contact by bumping the driver ahead, resulting them in a false start or speeding or whatever, then they're going to get the same penalty, which is a drive-through. If we catch it during the race, we'll give them a drive-through during the race. If not, it's going to be a drive-through at their next attended race, and no matter what, you're going to get minus 30 points as well. So, every once in a while, you'll have someone try to jump the start and hit the front row guy and get them a black flag for jumping the start. So, don't want anybody to have that in their bag for using that. Other than that, we're going to do provisionals for all our over series. I know we put it up to a vote last season. No vote this season. We are doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
You get 2 provisionals during the season. That is it. Those can be if you don't have a provision, or you get 2 subs. If you don't want to use a sub or you can't find a sub, it's fine. You can use just a regular traditional provisional. Once the chase starts, everybody will get 1 more provisional. No subs are allowed once the chase starts, of course. So, with subs goes, you can use anyone that's currently racing in HVRL. So, ARCA guys, if you want to grab Wilder from one race, or Tucker, Danny, anybody, it's fine. You can use them for that. Winning your in wasn't going to matter anyway, so it doesn't matter. You can only do it for 1 road course, though. So these people that are scared to drive road courses,
skip both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
If
these
there's
guys,
2 in a season, you can't skip both of them and just have some ringers in there.
yeah, no, you definitely can't go get Anthony Hall twice uh, in a season to run road courses for you. You're gonna have to learn to run road courses as well. But yeah, I mean that's really it. So we'll have a mark on there on the race sign in, either sub or provisional, and you just have to let us know how far did I go. Trying to see. I know I put it. Yes, at least 3 hours before the session opens. Because sometimes if it's in trucks,
Yeah.
you know, we have to go change a session and we have to open up the 2500 hard cap, and then we have to add said person to the series if they're not already an admin in the series. So there's quite a bit we have to do. So if you don't have a sub figured out, 3 hours by the time the session opens, then you're just gonna have to use a standard provisional.
Yep.
So, like I said, you only get 2 subs all season, or / provisionals, and that'll be it. And just, yeah, it should be fun. So maybe some of those ARC guys can come up in the championship series and run for someone if they need to, or you know, maybe you'll see Tucker down in ARC a race or something like that. Who knows? Mind you, any penalties that said sub driver that you get is going to be on you for the following week for sure. So, you know.
Yep. Just remember all that.
Yeah. So get someone clean like me. You don't want to get someone like Tucker that likes to dive bomb everybody. He's for sure
Whatever.
going to get a penalty.
See if I make the broadcast tonight.
Well, that's all right. As far as
Well,
yeah, go ahead. What do y'all think
Oh,
about
no,
some of those
we-
rule changes?
I like
Love
the stage change to 1. It's
Yep.
definitely gonna make it, and that along with the chase format, it kind of gives it a little bit of an old school feel of the people that really like just points through the whole season. It kind of gives a little feel of that, you know.
Right. And then one more thing before we go, since we're right on the edge. Really, the ARCA is the same, except what we're doing with the penalties, and that will be all right. A 15x next season will be at EOL and -5 points if you get a 15x in a race. Here, let me go up here. So, yep, an EOL for a 15x next race, and you're gonna -5 points. If you get a 20x, you're gonna get issued a black flag during that race, just as always. As well as the EOL in the drive-through next race, and you're gonna have a deduction of 10 points. If you accumulate 25 points in a race, you're gonna be DQ'd. You also get a EOL in the drive-through the next race, along with a -20 points to your season standings. And if any driver incurs any 3 of these in 3 races, you will be suspended for a week. No subs or provisionals allowed, and -50 points. So if you get 3 15s, 3 20s, 3 25s in a row in any 3 consecutive races, you're going to have a week off for that. So these guys want it a little bit more tougher on that. You know, we're not going to do you know, the running without the caution or you know, anything like that. We're not going to do the IPLs. It's all going to be just an X count. So guys are going to have to work together, and if y'all see people with issues, you know, help them out.
Yep.
No comp caution, right?
No. I mean, they'll still be a comp caution.
Oh, I thought we got rid of that.
No, we'll still have one. You know, but it'll be the same if it comes within, you know, 10 laps. If a comp caution comes out within 10 laps, you know, race control can announce that'll be the comp caution. Kind of like y'all were doing it before we did the mid-season rule change there. So other than that, yeah, that's pretty much the major changes. Almost finished with the rule books here, and of course we'll get those out at the end of the season. But if y'all have any questions on any of them, feel free to ask any admin. So other than that, if you want to close that down, Mr. Wilder.
All right.
You want to run us out, Wilder?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I got confused there.
Yeah.
I'm not. So just so you know, Happy's running the show tonight, but I'm supposed to be the host here. But apologize there. And yeah, stay tuned for our Sunday night truck series. We'll be at Dover here in probably half an hour or so. And thanks for watching. We'll see you.